Hey, welcome back to another whiskey. You gonna open this up there? You gonna open this up?
I don't know how you open it up, man, because I'm new to this. This is like, I just come in to smoke.
Welcome back to another Whiskey Wednesday with your host, Cigar Rockstar. I do this every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. It's all about the leaf, brothers leaf, sisters leaf. It's just sharing love. Tonight, we have a special co-host today. You can find him on Instagram at the Cigar Refuge, also known as Sir Petty. What's going on, Sam?
You got it, man. You got it. I'm visiting, man.
All the way from Tennessee.
Hey, Nashville was relaxing, but I got to check on Mama, so I'm down here in Dallas, checking out make sure she all right, and then hey, I'll be back in about 2 weeks for a wedding.
Right on, and we're gonna still spoke one then. So tonight we have a special guest on, Jason Armstrong. Jason Armstrong is the CEO, founder of Den of Thieves Whiskey, and also Tristan Lee Cigars. Jason, what's going on, brother?
Brother, thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Hey, no problem, man. So I know you in New York, correct?
Yes, sir.
You born and raised in New York?
Born and raised in Brooklyn. You know people from New York because they will tell you what borough they're from. They won't say New York. So I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
I got you. So let's get right into it, man. I guess this is called Whiskey Wednesday, of course. So let's get into the Den of Thieves whiskey, man. Let's talk about it a little bit. So I've had I think the ginger lemon,
Ginger vanilla.
Ginger vanilla. I'm sorry, ginger vanilla. I know you have a few different flavors. What other flavors do you have at Den of Thieves?
So we actually have 4 varietals. We have the vanilla ginger one you just mentioned. We have a chocolate infused, but I want people to understand that it's like dark chocolate cacao. We have an 8-year-old 90 proof bourbon, and we have a 5-year-old straight bourbon. So we have 4 different kinds. We got something for everybody.
Man, what would you say your number one selling one? I guess the one that people embrace the most.
Man, it really depends on the market. Right now, we're in about 7 different states. So we're in New York, we're in Texas, we're in Arizona, Florida. We just launched in Georgia. We're in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And I think I'm forgetting, and South Carolina. Man. It really depends. Like in New York, everybody loves the vanilla ginger and the straight. In Texas, people have been going, in Texas and Arizona, people have been going crazy for the chocolate. We actually just launched in Illinois too, and people are loving the chocolate there. So it really, the straight bourbon pretty much goes everywhere. So it really depends on the market. I can't say that there's one that's taken the lead and been the favorite all over the place.
Mm-hmm. So how long have you been out? How long Den of Thieves been out? I guess when was your first sale, like your first bottle sale or case sale?
Well, the crazy thing is we first launched way back in 2017. That's when I first started, and I just, like most entrepreneurs did, took my tax return, brought a couple of cases, developed my formulation, found a distiller, gave them my formulation, told them what I wanted. They produced my whiskey, and then I just went knocking on doors in New York for proof of concept to make sure that people would like it and buy it. The first one we came out with was ginger.
What made you come out with your own whiskey? Have you always been a drinker? You just wanted, what made you, and why'd you name it Den of Thieves?
Well, that's a long question. So I've always been a drinker. I was a bartender. I've always worked in nightlife, and I've been a big cigar smoker. So I wanted to have something that I could smoke with cigars. I originally started off importing wine from Italy because I lived in Italy another lifetime ago for about 5 years. So when I came back to the States, I was importing wine. I decided that I didn't want to import anymore, but I wanted to stay in the spirit industry. So me and a couple of my buddies went down. We drove through Tennessee. We drove through Kentucky. We did the whiskey trail. And they was like, yo, Jay, you should do a whiskey. And I was like, you know what? I should do a whiskey. And Den of Thieves was kind of born. I kind of got the name from, well, the real story is the culture behind Thieves historically have been thieves kept the neighborhood safe. Like I said, I grew up in Brooklyn. I was born and raised in Brooklyn in the late 80s, early 90s. And I don't know if you know anything about Brooklyn in the late 80s, early 90s. It was kind of wild, wild west. But, the neighborhood was kept safe by the thieves of the neighborhood. They knew I wasn't about that life. When I grew up, I was a nerd. I was in the comic books and, science camps and stuff like that. So they made sure that I stayed safe, and got home and got my schoolwork done and stayed out of trouble. So it was kind of an homage to where I grew up and how I grew up.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. For sure. So you got 4 different flavors. What was the first one that you came out with?
The first one was the vanilla ginger. So I was kind of looking for something new and different and unique because there's a lot of whiskeys out there. There's always a lot of whiskeys. So I wanted something that would differentiate myself from standing out from the crowd. And I've always been a real big fan of old fashions. That's one of my, my go-to cocktails. So I wanted something that would make a great old fashioned. So I played around with a bunch of different flavor profiles, a bunch of different flavors. And this was something that I really just fell in love with once I developed it. I drank a lot of whiskey getting this done.
So explain us, can you talk about like the process of maybe perfecting that flavor you wanted? Did it come sweet? Did it come bitter? Was it aged a certain way, a certain type? Like how'd you nail it down to that, to the ginger vanilla? How'd you nail it down to that flavor you want?
Well, the first thing is I drank a lot of whiskey. The base whiskey was really important. So I went through quite a few distilleries trying to find a really high quality bourbon to be my base. So the bourbon is actually a 5-year-old full bourbon, 5-year-old 80 proof, high corn mash bill, high quality bourbon, because a lot of flavor, and this is no disrespect to anybody else's flavored product, but a lot of flavor infused product out there is bullshit. It's like they took, flavoring and dumped it into some whiskey and didn't take time to make it approachable.
Yeah.
So once I got a really high quality base whiskey, I went about just sourcing really high quality vanillas because we use natural vanilla and ginger. And I put it together. I found a distiller and he allowed me to really just play with my formulation and play with whiskey, test different blends. We went through, it took about 6 months of Q&A and development of drinking whiskey, getting a formula I was happy with, coming back, having focus groups, testing it out in the focus groups.
Wow.
Like and didn't like, going back and saying, I like this, they don't like this, they don't like that. Until finally I got to a place where I have something I was really happy with, and the people who were drinking it was really happy with. I originally had it so that it would grow inside a cigar smoking community. And you know how we are. Cigar smokers will rip some shit apart. Like if it's not good, they will tear something apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I really had to come correct with it.
Yeah, I noticed, man. You seem like you pretty heavy in the cigar game. I know we got Tristan Lee here, but I've seen you at several cigar events, cigar celebrations. Is that what were you aiming at the cigar culture first?
Yes, I was actually aiming at cigar cultures first. This was actually the first year of my cigars, my Tristan Lee cigars. And John just came on board. I want to thank that brother. He was the first cigar event that I actually was a part of. It was such a great event, such well done. That's why I started really just getting deeper into the cigar industry. I always loved the cigar community just because of, across racial lines, across socioeconomic lines, we're brothers. Like you in a cigar lounge with somebody, you don't care where they work in, what they look like or whatever.
Yep.
Y'all sharing a bottle, y'all talking about sticks, you're brothers. So they really became a brotherhood.
Mm-hmm. So man, we're talking about the heat, we started rolling, man. In Texas, man, it's pretty hot. I think Nashville is pretty warm, a little cool in New York right now, from what I hear. But man, that ginger vanilla, I had it straight neat, man. I can see that being a nice summer drink on the rocks, man. What you think? How do people drink the vanilla ginger?
Man, that ginger vanilla is kind of a start. People drink it neat. I usually drink it if I'm like in the house and run a cocktail. Ginger ale, twist a lime, make an old fashioned out of it. You can have it anyway, and you're guaranteed to enjoy it.
Yeah, and the next three, you said one was a high proof.
Well, we have an 8-year-old 90 proof because a lot of the spirit industry are going towards the overproof spirit. You have people that get cash strength, 121 proof, and all that other stuff. To me, that just tastes like drinking fire. It tastes like drinking fire ants. It numbs your tongue. You can't enjoy it. How many of those can you actually drink? But The 90 proof ended up 2. See, there you go. I don't know. You ain't talking, so your tongue might be kind of numb from it.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I like I said, living in Nashville, I've developed a taste for higher proof because I believe it's originally what the blender actually really wanted, but they have to bring it down to 80 proof for money wise because it spreads it further out. And also, I'm not a true fan of, I hate to say it like that, I'm not a true fan of flavored liquors because they always step on it a little bit further. I mean, most liquors on the shelf are 80 proof, whereas I come across a flavored one's always 70 proof, and I hate that.
Exactly, and so do I. And that's why my bourbons are 80 proof full bourbons. You won't get, I didn't want a liqueur, I didn't want something light. You get an 80 proof full bourbon. So it's bourbon infused with natural flavors, not flavoring that they put bourbon.
Right. Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
See, I got to look on the shelf now and
Yeah.
go get some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most people take flavoring and they dump it in bourbon and they dumb it down. They put a whole bunch of sugar in it. So now it's 70 proof, if not even 60. You know, you look at most of them. That's not what we do here. We want a true spirit, a true bourbon.
Yeah. So you mentioned you have a 90 proof. You wanted to stay away from like the 120s, but it's not 80. You think 90 was the middle of the road that you decided had to why'd you stop at 90 and not like 100 or somewhere around there?
For me, 90 was the sweet spot, and one of the things I believe is I can't sell something or put my name on something that I can't drink. So I'm not drinking 100 proof, out the gate. That's not something I would drink. So if I can't enjoy my own stuff, why am I doing it? So 90 was kind of the sweet spot. I think it captured the essence that I wanted. It captures the nice notes for the barrel. And that was where I got the best quality whiskey, bourbon.
I like that. What would you say? So we had the ginger vanilla come out, and then what was the next order? Was it the 90 proof next?
No, actually, the 90 proof we just came out with last October.
Okay.
The last one to come out. The next one that came out was the chocolate whiskey because I wanted to kind of differentiate myself. And old fashions and Manhattans, I love those two. Those are like if I'm not drinking my whiskey straight, then it's an old fashioned or a Manhattan. Those are the kind of two, or I'm drinking cognac or sidecar. So those are kind of the cocktails I go to. Mm-hmm. I wanted something that when you're in the cigar lounge and you ordering an old fashioned, when you're in the cigar lounge and you're ordering a Manhattan, these would be spirits that you can just do a slight twist on without a lot of hard work, because I was a bartender, so I wanted them to have an easy life too.
Yeah.
Make an amazing cocktail or enjoy straight. Now, the chocolate is more like dark chocolate cacao with nice notes of coffee. So all we really did was turn up the natural flavorings in the whiskey. There you go, brother. I wish I was having one right now too.
And that's the chocolate. Now, do people normally drink that straight, or they mix it with something? I know you mentioned old fashioned in the Manhattans, but is there another common mixture for chocolate whiskey?
Most of the time it's drink straight. A lot of times people are making it's on the cocktail menu at a few different locations for an espresso martini. Which, we do something where we mix it with the mezcal because the smokiness of the mezcal really plays well with the notes of chocolate and coffee.
Wow.
So we do kind of a twist on that. So we do quite a few things with it.
Okay. I like that. So I think I saw it too, man. Were you on either a digital magazine or a online magazine? I saw you in from out of New York. I think it was 2019, 2020.
Yeah, I think so. I did something with South Carolina, so a digital magazine. I think so. There's a lot of. I try to be incognito. I like being in the background, so people like you drag me on Front Street.
Hey, I mean, come on, hey, take these flowers, man. You gotta get them while you can, bro. Come on, man. Hey, you feel me, John? You know what I'm saying, John.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Always, brother. You got to give them and receive them in the moment.
Well,
exactly.
I wouldn't do it myself. I like to be in the background, but I appreciate you guys doing this.
Hey, John, I saw you pour some. What flavor you pour, John?
Oh, the straight bourbon whiskey.
And you drinking it straight? You ain't mixed with nothing?
Fuck no.
My man.
That's how I get down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I ask what house does your bourbon come out of, or can I ask?
So the bourbon is actually produced in New Mexico.
Okay.
So it's a small craft distillery in New Mexico. One of the reasons why I chose it, and this is something that you'll hear on a lot of craft brands, they didn't force me to conform to a formulation that they already had and just put whatever juice they already were making in the bottle. They actually let me go down there. If you notice, the 8 proof is actual barrel select. So I actually got to go down there, select my barrel, select my blend. They work really closely with me in regards to the formulation of vanilla ginger and the chocolate, and they use natural spring water from the waterfalls and mountains down there. So it was really a great high quality product. And
yeah. Well, no. What was the deciding factor on picking? I mean, there's a lot of people you could have went with. Did you feel just more comfortable with them? Did you got more reign with them? Like what made you choose them?
I felt a lot of this is about the relationship, just like anything else we do in this industry. If you don't enjoy, listen, we're not selling Bibles. If you don't enjoy, I'm selling whiskey, we're smoking cigars. If you're not enjoying who you're working with, then why do any of this? So it was really easy. They made it really easy to work with them. They were really helpful, and I didn't have a background in any of this. A lot of this is self-taught. I went on YouTube and Google and taught myself, and they really helped me. They really helped me along in the process, and they really guided me and taught me a lot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. How's production with Den of Thieves? Are you up to par?
What's that?
Oh, you have a question, Terrence? That you? Let me mute you, brother. So how involved are you with the process of from barrel to bottle?
Very. I QA everything before it goes in a bottle. I taste it. Mm-hmm. So even if I'm not in New Mexico, with the last run, I was actually in New Mexico, and working with the formulations. With this run, if I can't make it out to New Mexico, they send me samples and I taste it. I say yes, this is good. So I'm very hands on because it has my name on it. I can't have bullshit going out there with my name on it.
Of course. So I mean, I've only had the ginger vanilla ginger, and I loved it.
You get the other three.
Of course, you got the 90 proof, you got the straight bourbon, you got the chocolate, and then you decided to come out with a cigar, man, right?
Yeah, listen,
What's going on, guys?
Hey, brother, how's it going?
What's up, good life?
What's up?
Yeah, so I was sitting with my brother and my older brother, and we usually smoke cigars together. And he was like, you know what? It was actually his idea. He was like, you know what? We should do a cigar. I think because we made it to go into the cigar smoking industry, he's like, why not do a cigar? And one of the first cigars, everybody remembers their first cigar. One of the first cigars I ever smoked was a Maker's Mark cigar. And I remember smoking it in New Orleans on Bourbon Street, drunk off my ass, just went into a store and got it and was like, okay, I can do this. So I thought about, I thought about that, like just the natural pairing of it. And next thing you know, we're talking to a bunch of cigar people, going through cigar producers, trying to find somebody who, much like we did with the whiskey, who we can work with. And we found we found a guy in Nicaragua who would do custom blends for us, who wouldn't break our pockets. Mm-hmm. So we decided we're gonna do a cigar. So we came out with one, which was our Reserva. That's the first one we came out with. And now, just this past 3 months, we launched our other two, our Liga and our Connecticut.
Yeah, man, I'm smoking this Liga right now, and it's it's surprisingly well, man. Surprisingly well. Well, so the first one you said was a Reserva?
Yeah, we called it the Reserva. We had two. We called it a special. So that's a Connecticut Maduro, Habanero wrapper, Indonesian binder, Dominican Viso. Really good cigar. My favorite cigar is a Padron 1964. That's kind of my go-to stick.
Yeah.
My brother, he has his favorite cigar, so we wanted something that could be kind of modeled after the cigars we already smoked, but we wanted our own quality blend.
What was it? What was it like coming out with the Reserva? Like, was that a labor of love for you and him? Was it your call? Like, and like what was out? How was it coming out with that? How was that process?
Much like the whiskey, smoking a lot of cigars. I mean, this was actually a pretty good process. We spoke to a couple of cigar houses, couple of cigar producers, and there was a lot of people who just wanted to sell us like stock sticks they already had. They slapped their custom label on it, and now you're in business.
Oh yeah, yeah. Garage sticks.
That's not what we wanted to do. You know, we wanted a custom blend. We wanted something that would pair great with our whiskey. That with my whiskey. That was the heart of everything.
Did you make the Reserva in line to pair with one of the four whiskeys?
So the Reserva in our Connecticut, typically I tell people it pairs best with the straight bourbon and the vanilla ginger, because they're a little lighter, a little on the creamier side. They have a little spiciness to it. The Liga, I usually tell people to drink with the 8-year and the chocolate. The chocolate is a little bit more robust, and the 8-year 90 proof is more bodyful. So we crafted each. You can smoke them with either one, but the best pairings would be those.
Yeah, I feel that. So what was the idea? So you mentioned Reserva. What was the idea of coming out with the Connecticut and also the Liga?
We wanted. So when I first started this, one of my mentors in this industry, in the spirit industry, said, when you come out with one thing, you have a product. When you come out with 2 or 3 things, you have a brand. So we wanted a brand. We didn't want to be a one-trick pony. We actually wanted a brand. So we sat down with the guy who produced our Reserva, and we had a conversation with him about what we wanted. We wanted 2 new sticks. I smoked the gambit. I smoke from, depending on what I'm drinking or my day, I smoke a Connecticut or a light cigar, or if I have a long time to kill, I'm on a fishing boat or whatever, I smoke something more medium to full body. So we wanted something that we could enjoy. Again, the whole tagline is, if we can't enjoy it, we don't like smoking it, we don't like drinking it, we can't put our name on it. Mm-hmm. And the Tristan Lee is actually named after my sister and my nephew who passed away. So we did it in honor of them, because they don't get to enjoy it, but now they always get to be a part of the process.
I was going to ask that, man. That's a beautiful story, man. I'm sorry to hear that, but that's great dedication, man. Great dedication.
Yeah. And my sister was, she passed away before this, but she would have loved like being a part of it. So me and my brother was like, we're going to keep her a part of this in some way. So we have 2 different flavor profiles. So we went with one that he really enjoyed that I liked, and one that I really enjoyed that he liked. And that's why we did the 2.
So what would you say? So I'm smoking this
Liga.
The Liga, right? What would you say the flavor profile and the strength is on this? What was you shooting for? What was you aiming at to the flavor and the profile you're aiming for?
The flavor profile I was aiming for was more towards one of the Padron family. So that's what we were trying to go for. That Padron, a little earthiness, a little, leatheriness, a little oiliness, slightly peppery, and a nice rich tobacco taste. So that's what we are going with the Liga. And
I definitely got the earthy, yeah, for sure.
So that's what I remember somebody talking about pepperiness. So like a nice green peppery this with the Liga. The Connecticut, a little spicy, a little creamy, a little lighter body. So we wanted there to be a real distinct difference in the experience behind it too.
So let's talk about sizes, man. So these are, I don't know, it's a 56, 654.
Yeah, 654.
654. It seems like Lanceros are hitting the wave pretty good in the cigar world right now. Is there any other sizes, double Gordos or anything, Lanceros in the future?
We may have a few other things coming down the pipe. I'm working with a couple of people who I met actually in Smoke and Sale about a few different sticks. So I don't know about the Lancheros, but we have one or two that we may be cooking up that I'm probably gonna debut with John down there at the Boutique Cigar Expo.
Hey now, I hear you. Now, what about like infused sticks? Are you into flavored or infused cigars? Any aspirations of coming out with a Tristan the flavor stick?
That's a distinct possibility, especially with the vanilla, especially with the chocolate. I think the chocolate would make an excellent cigar. But the thing about it is, in New York, my hometown, we can't even sell flavored cigars here. It's against the law.
Right.
So
I know, I heard that the FDA is trying to crack down on flavored cigars across the board, period.
it's ridiculous, but we can't even sell them here. You can't buy them here. So we played with the idea of coming out with an infused cigar. It's definitely on the table. It's definitely on the table.
You do know that that action actually failed in the legislature, and they aren't going to ban flavored tobacco
Right now. I'm like, it's always something to think about because, yeah, because they're going after cigars now because of taxability.
Just saying, for now we're safe.
Right. So, I mean, I like a flavored cigar every blue moon, but I prefer my Lanceros, and I mean, especially morning coffee with a medium Connecticut. Personally,
think of morning coffee with a dinner Thieves chocolate cigar. I personally like the chocolate whiskey. I used to buy Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee and pour like 1 or 2 shots in there, and it turned me into a functional alcoholic for like 2 months because all I is whiskey infused coffee every time I left the house. I teach, like most of us, I have my day job and my night job, so I teach massage therapy. I teach adults. They're like, "Why are you in such a good mood?" I was like, "Don't worry about it. Just do what I tell you to do."
Yeah.
Say
a nice chocolate whiskey infused cigar may be the move.
That sounds amazing to me.
So I want to try your foolproof dinner Thieves with something very robust, like a little short, petite.
It's like a nub.
Well, lately I've been smoking the little petite ones, like that morning coffee. I slammed my coffee because my girl got me drinking coffee now. So I'm like, all right, I'm in. I bought an espresso machine last week, and like I've been hitting espresso every day.
Oh, you on it now?
As Candace's like a high five and everything else. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She's training me in coffee, and I've trained her in cigars, but now she's going to another level in cigars, and we're both doing the coffee thing. So it's something new for me.
Add a shot of that chocolate whiskey to it. There you go.
Exactly.
So
it's a great pairing. I went to Cuba and did the tour, and we did like a rum coffee cigar pairing, and that was the best time of my life. Like a single tear came down my eye, like that, or any other. I can die now. I'm so happy.
that's your next inspiration. It's to mimic that, because I mean, if you can produce that, and then you'll get me hooked.
So your Tristan Lee is out of Nicaragua. Is there are you married to Nicaragua? Is there a certain region that you'd like to maybe region of tobacco you'd like to see in your tobacco in your cigar that you don't have yet?
I'm trying to be consistent, so I'm not married to Nicaragua, but I really love the relationship I have with the producer there. I would love to do a Cuban like anybody else, but like I travel back and forth to Europe a lot, so I'm not a Cuban head. I like the Pratagas more like the Cohibas. That's kind of where I go. But I would love to do one of those or a nice Dominican.
Yep.
So too, if I found the right relationship and the right stick.
So, question: you prefer a stronger stick? I mean, like right now, are you smoking a stronger stick or a medium or what?
Right now I'm not smoking nothing because I'm at work. So, But my humidor is kind of all over the place. So it really depends on the day. Like if I'm out and if I'm walking a dog, then I got a light stick because it's a quick walk. And so I plan to go fishing. So if I'm on a fishing boat and I'm gonna be there for 8 hours, I'm gonna smoke something a little more full body. That's a nice longer smoke. So it really depends on my mood and what I'm doing.
Ain't no New York cats knew about fishing though. That's a game right there.
My father was from North Carolina. My mother's from Georgia, so I was a little bit of a country boy. I've been fishing. I've been on fishing boats since I could walk.
I got you.
So I do some fishing.
There you go.
I got you
guys down there, but
I got you. Yo, I mean, there ain't much going on in Texas. They got all man-made lakes around here.
Yeah, I mean, like in Nashville, I live about 5 seconds from the lake. I have not gone to lake and fish yet, but I go down to Florida. I buy a year pass in Florida. I got my license in Florida. I go fishing every time I go down there. I'm like, this is different because like I said, being from Milwaukee, I'm used to a large lake. And I'm like, I'm going out 600 feet deep and I'm fishing for whatever I can get.
See, one of my dreams and goals to go out there and go deep sea fishing. I'm just imagining battling a fish for 6 fucking hours, and that I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Hey, battle
that's some work.
A large salmon, a Chinook, or
even
like
a
that.
tuna. Like this.
I mean, you're gonna battle for 3 hours if you got light tackle. If you got the heavy stuff, the 40-pound, 50-pound tackle, you're gonna actually battle for like 15, 20 minutes. But still, if
it's a workout.
It is a workout. People moving and everything. So I love fishing, but I haven't been in Tennessee because where I'm at, like man-made lake. I'm good.
They actually have a few man-made lakes up here where you can go catfishing, strangely enough. Yeah, like who knew you can catch catfish in New York, in Queens, New York? But they have a couple of here that they stock every summer. Catfishing.
Oh man, it don't sound as fun, man.
I know. It is what it is. I mean, you landlocked kind of sort of some places, and like you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'd like to give a shout out to people that joined. So of course, John, Tampa Cigar Week, also Boutique Smoke Fest. What's going on, sir?
I'm chilling, baby. You know how it go down.
Man.
It's one of them things where, constantly grinding, trying to get our community to, be better, So it's all good, with the,
I saw the post today, the flyer for September. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Oh, bruh.
We'll be there.
So basically this is the trade show for the boutique cigars. Okay, so it's going to be like a PCA kind of feel. We're going to have upwards of 100 plus cigar brands that are boutiques that are going to come out. And we're going to give them the opportunity to, move themselves across the country. Because for me, a lot of boutique brands are very regional because they don't get necessarily the opportunity to move around, like Jay, this brother is everywhere,
Yeah.
But my thing is we got to get him into shops in Florida. We got to get him in shops in Texas. We got to get him in shops in fucking California.
Nashville.
That opportunity. And, y'all need to come and visit him at booth number 6. He's going to be out here. And it's going to be a great event. Rockstar, I know you've been to PCA and TPE, so it's going to be like that. So, we're going to keep it in that vein, but at the same time, we're going to do it real short, sweet, and to the point. It's not going to be one of those things we're dragging it out for 4 or 5 days, and things like that. But we're going to make it so that people enjoy themselves. They get to find the new brands that are out there. And then, expand people's footprint, get, people like Jay into Texas, into Houston, into Dallas, and actually get it to the point where, he can quit his other stuff and just be a mogul of liquor and cigars.
Yeah.
Another one.
Seriously.
So John, got a question for you. Okay, I've never met you, so I got to ask the question. when is your event, and how can I get tickets, and so on?
September 20th and 21st. And we're setting up the site right now. Actually, my boy Lit Life is building the site right now. You'll be able to get your tickets there. And there's 2 different tickets. There is the one for the shop, and there's the one for the general public. Now, the general public only gets retail capability, right?
Right.
So they're going to be there. They're going to be able to buy cigars straight from the vendors, and that's going to expand their footprint socially. The other part is when they do the shops, they're going to be able to buy wholesale from them, and that will give them sustainability.
Mhm.
So that's going to be the setup. But I'll be doing another post out probably tomorrow or Friday to start the tickets for the general public. I mean, the host hotel is going to be the Hard Rock. So we're going to be out there, you know, basically 3 minutes away. We're doing it at the fairgrounds out here. And
In Florida, or where you at?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, okay.
So Tampa, Florida, fairgrounds, we're taking over a whole big section. We're gonna have air-conditioned tents and outside tents. So people are going to be able to smoke and enjoy and really get into it. But we're approaching it differently, right? We're going to make it so that people like Jay can do pairings with their cigars and liquor at the same time, every hour on the hour, while you're there. And then on top of that, we're even going to do a virtual tour so that people who can't necessarily make it can go through the entire list, see who's there, order cigars, the whole 9 yards. So it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, so if you can make it, you need to come through. Come, there's gonna be a lot of spirits, not just mine, but come drink mine. I was working, you know, support John is. I can just toot his on. John is doing a really good job. He was an inspiration to me. Like I said,
Yeah.
Cigar Week was my first time actually being involved in a Cigar Week again, and he's one of the main reasons why I'm open to doing it other places and doing it again. Like I told him, that's my guy. I always rocks with him whenever he need me. You know.
Facts. Yeah, he's a good brother. He's a good brother. Candace, what's going on, Miss Lady? I saw you sneak up in here.
I did not sneak. But hey, everybody.
How you doing?
Hey, Sam. Where are you guys, in Texas or Nashville?
We're in Texas. We're at the Rockstar abode.
Yeah, I'm in Texas right now.
We gonna have to come to Texas.
I get around.
I can't. Anyway, it's nice to see everybody. It's so funny because somebody was just talking about Den of Thieves a couple of days ago.
Oh, good.
And,
Who was that?
it was Ilona from Fedora Designs.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so she was talking about doing something, I don't know, possibly doing something with you guys. I don't know all of the aspects, but she was just telling, and I was like, when I saw the flyer, I was like, weren't we just talking about Den of Thieves? So
Actually, we're launching in Georgia. We're launching in Georgia. We already launched in Georgia, but we're doing our official launch the week of August 14th. So we're gonna be doing a couple of events at Forks and Flavors and a couple of other events. And she has an event that we're gonna partner up with. So yeah, you know, one of the great things about doing this is I've actually met a lot of great fucking people, you know.
Yeah, it's major.
And it's been a major plus. So anybody who I can help or they can help me, I'm all up for the collaboration. You know, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Nobody can get all the money or have somebody smoke all the cigars. There's no competition here. It's all love and collaboration. You know.
well, I can't wait to meet you when you come. I'll probably be at a couple of those events. So I cannot wait to see you. And
You're gonna leave Atlanta?
what?
You're gonna leave Atlanta?
He's talking about he's gonna be in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna leave Atlanta.
Crazy.
What?
And I
Sorry,
leave
I
Atlanta. Thank you. I leave Atlanta. It's just that I've been grinding the past couple of months. So y'all just wait. That's all I gotta say.
I hear you. Hey,
That's
speaking
right.
of,
She goes down to Noonan at least once a year.
You know what? Stop it. You hear Rob talking about me? Anyway.
so speaking of these cigar celebrations, thanks John for the input. We got M. Lachey here from M. Lachey's Luring Smoke, and also one of the founders of Chicago Smoking Cell. What's going on, Mel?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good, man. How you feeling?
Doing good.
All right.
Thank you for having me down there. I appreciate you too.
We appreciate you. When are you coming back to Chicago?
Well, I was actually talking to Dantley yesterday, so I'll be back in Chicago before the end of the summer.
Nice.
So I'll definitely let you know when I'm there.
Okay, cool, because I need some of that 100 proof.
Gotcha.
So do I.
Yeah, all your drinks are pretty dope. Pretty good drinks, and they're all smooth. Every last one of them are real smooth.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Chicago showed me a lot of love, so I got to show it right back.
Yeah, Chicago is nice for sure, big time.
I passed Chicago a little while ago, but that was last week. I missed the event. I'm sorry I missed the event.
It's all good. You just be there next year.
I will try.
Make it happen.
Yeah, I know. They know trying. You'll be there.
Ain't no
My
trying.
social planner, she's not here right now, but we can make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen. That's how you do it.
So
how you all doing? Cigar Rockstar, when we having that pool party?
Hey,
Rockstar.
maybe September, maybe a Labor Day thing. We'll see.
Nice.
The pool is nice right now, just so you know. So you know, the pool is nice right now.
I'm
even
sure
it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Oh, we.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, cool. Nice to see everybody. Candace, see everybody in the house tonight.
All right, M. Lachey, appreciate you.
All right, no problem. Have a good one.
All right now. So Jason, what would you say is your man, I don't even know if this is a fair question. What's your baby, the whiskey or the Tristan Lee cigar?
I can't separate the two. You know,
man.
Well, they say you can't have a favorite child, so that's all I'm gonna say. You know, I love them both. I love them both equally and differently. You know, the whiskey came first, so you know it's my firstborn, so it's always gonna have a special place in my heart. But you know, the cigars are like my son. So
it's your baby right now until you have another one.
Until I have another one, then it'll be the middle child and then have his own issues. You know.
Yep. Hey, Kevin Odom, I see you, Brian. You see what's up, T? What's going on?
What's good with your rock star? What's going on, man?
All right, man. You doing all right?
Hey, a little tired. Let me say it that way, because we've been hustling down here. I'm here in Tampa. If people don't know where I'm at, I'm KO the Big Man Cigar, who don't know who I am.
Yeah.
The host of Tampa Cigar Week, also the co-creator of the Boutique Cigar Expo as well. So I appreciate y'all having me on. So,
Thanks for being on, brother. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining.
yes, yeah.
So I know you've had dinner thieves. Which one do you like? What wowed you about?
Oh man, I with Jason, man. I can't because they all great. They all great. So
you guys gotta stick
You
together.
gotta pick one child. Which one you gonna save?
Oh man, come on. God, man, you will put me on that one. Let me say it like this.
Give me the one that's foolproof, no flavor. I just need strength and depth.
But I'm
That 100 proof, the 100 proof, definitely. The 100 proof, bro.
you, man,
I can drink my two and lay down.
Just get your opinion.
Yeah.
You always say, "Oh, I don't like flavor. I don't like flavor." I guarantee you.
I mean, they all flavored. So
chocolate, you're gonna be like, "All right, this is all right."
right. I mean, it's hard to.
No, when they all flavored, I thought the one that you came out with is not flavored.
No, so there's a straight bourbon and the 8-year-old.
Yeah,
I need the straight bourbon myself. I'm sorry, I'm partial right now, but I might dabble with that chocolate with some coffee.
That chocolate is fierce. I tell you that.
Espresso.
Yeah. Actually, it goes very well with espresso.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you tested it out already?
Yeah, I already have. That's my morning. Hey, yeah. Matter of fact, that's what got me through Tampa Cigar Week. I'll wake up, get that espresso. Come on, man. Hey, it's a beautiful combination.
There you go.
Because
That first
you
stick
got
in the
the
morning is
creaminess
always a
for your
great thing.
cigar, and you got that chocolate feel going on, and it wakes you right on up at the same time. So
There you go. Gets you loose and wakes you up. That sounds like a plan. Say,
what
Jason,
there it
man.
is.
Jason, I mean, you haven't been in the game that long. You know, we're still, I guess, kind of out of the pandemic, but you know, coronavirus is still around. How'd you make it through? You know, all the shutdowns and all that we had. You know, 2 years ago.
Man, actually, that actually helped me out because you know, especially in New York, the liquor stores are considered essential businesses. They couldn't close. You know,
Tennessee also.
You know, so it was essential. And a lot of liquor stores, people were going into liquor stores just trying to find something new and different. You know, and they came across Den of Thieves. Like, all right, you know what? I'll give this a try, and that's what actually helped us. You know, I know I don't know about anybody else, but I would wake up and start with wine coolers, and then I would switch to like tequila in the middle of the day and be like, all right, it's dinner time. Let me go to whiskey. So I was literally drinking throughout the whole day. So from the living room to the kitchen to the bedroom to the, you know. So people got tired of drinking the same old thing. So
yeah,
having a captive audience, as much as it sucked, kind of helped raise awareness of our brand.
Yeah, I understand that.
Correct.
And when you gonna get the rest of them in the Total Wine, bro?
It's coming, brother. I'm working on that right now. It's coming.
Bruh, because I went over there to go buy it, and literally the only one that they had listed was the chocolate, and they were sold out. It was sold out down here.
Oh wow!
Okay. Fucking bruh.
So can I ask you, what's the price?
And I know what sort of wines you went to.
What's the price point on your bourbons?
Typically
outside of New York, because we know y'all look high.
Typically, the vanilla ginger, the chocolate, and the straight bourbon sit on the shelf between 35 and 40. And the 8-year-old sits on the shelf for around 45. But I got to talk to my guy. Thank you for letting me know that Total Wine is sold out. I got to hit him up, tell him to get on his job.
So Jason, man, I mean, you know, it sounds like you're doing well, man. Was there a moment, you know, I think you say you started in 2018. Is there a moment when the whiskey came out that it wasn't doing so well or whatever? You maybe gotten the you know, the dumps about maybe why am I doing this and I'm about to quit?
Dude, always, man. Like being an entrepreneur, as everybody on this panel can attest to, is not for the faint of heart. Yeah. The other nights I've been laying in bed like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, like why am I still robbing people to pay Paul and taking money from the job I worked to feed this monster?
Yeah.
It's never gonna pop. So you know, you get those moments frequently, and one of the things I learned is you gotta celebrate the small victories. You gotta celebrate the small wins. You know, that's what keeps you going. So when I get an interview like this, and somebody's like, "Oh, I heard of Den of Thieves," or you know, I walk into a store and they're like, "Oh, people are loving your brand." Those little moments are what keep you going to the next one, man. This shit is rough. You know, it's hard to hold. Just like you meet a lot of great people, you meet some really shitty people in this business too who want to take advantage of you and stuff like that. So you hold on to the good people, you rock with them, you hold on to those good moments, and they get you through. You know.
Yeah. Well, so you mentioned, you know, your parents are from North Carolina and Georgia, I believe. Where'd you get this this tenacity from, this entrepreneurship from? Where'd you get this from?
Wow, man, my mom, she's 70 years old, and I still wouldn't mess with that lady. You know, she was one of the people who taught me that there's nothing, and I know people say this all the time, but she taught me there's nothing I can't do, and she taught me how to take smart, educated risk. She's like, just try. The worst that can happen is it doesn't work, and then you know, I'd rather fail big than not fail at all, than not do anything at all. If I always say I'm gonna go out, they're gonna be like, damn, you seen how Jay went out? But she gave me the confidence, and I always felt safe, like I had a safety net, you know. So when you feel safe, you feel like you can go out and do stuff because you always feel like somebody got your back. So she always had my back, and she instilled in me the confidence to just go out there and try new things and try to do it.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
That's a beautiful thing.
And I gotta mention, if the Air Force played a little bit of role in that, man, because I don't
Of
think
course.
they did.
Of course. we always aim higher than all
I don't think they did.
Than all others.
Don't disrespect the Air Force. We known for our brains, man. The Air Force is known for their brains. You know, we the brains of the operation.
Nah, man. Hey, thank you for your service, man. I give as a former Marine, man, I give everybody best, man. That's all it is. It's all love.
I thought once a Marine, always a Marine. What happened? Where that former come from?
Hey, I'm I still got the backpack on. You just can't see it. You just can't see it. The boot still on. Hey, we've been rocking for like an hour now. I want to open the floor for questions. Anybody got any questions? No, we ain't hit them all.
I got a question.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Closet?
What's going on, Closet?
Not much. Hair wash day. I'll be on the camera shortly.
Take your time. Take your time. What's your question, bro?
How can I get it into places like Red Phone Booth, basically Tennessee in general? Because I know they're kind of, I won't say they're strict, but they kind of keep things close to the vest.
It's really about just getting distribution in that market, you know.
I know you have the legality of it, so.
Yeah, so, you know, the United States still has a ridiculous 3-tier system where you have to go through a distributor and they have to sell through a retailer, and getting a distributor, it's not really that difficult, but, you know, I want to be able to support the markets that I'm in. We're right now talking to somebody in Memphis who wants to carry us cigars. I met him at Chicago Smoke and Sale, and he's gonna.
What was his name? Out of curiosity.
G.
Okay.
Reggie?
Yeah. G.
Yeah. So
G.
I'm working with Reggie now about doing some stuff with him in Memphis. And once the call gets big enough, then we'll hitch our wagon and head back down to Memphis and Nashville. You know. So right now you could go to our site and you could order it. We can ship it down there to you. But I'm not trying to expand too big too quickly, because I want to be able to really cater to the area that I'm in.
Okay. I mean, because my old hustle was, if I had a new product, I take it to one of my bartenders and like, check this out. And of course, it ended up on the shelf. And then of course, I have 4 or 5 people go and order it and let other people hear it, like what that tastes like. Then all of a sudden it's like, you gotta call for it before it's actually in demand.
Exactly. So like I said, if you have somebody, I can get you a few bottles and you can put on the shelves and do that, and I would greatly appreciate it, you know.
Okay.
And it really becomes about creating that call, getting it in front of people. People don't understand, bartenders are really a big key to launching a lot of brands. I remember the first time I tasted Dope Bell tequila, I was at a bar and the bartender was like, "Oh, you know what? Here, try this tequila." And I went out the next day and brought a bottle.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of how it happened. So yeah, we can definitely start, you know, making those inroads.
Okay. Because I'm not looking at industry anymore, but I used to work for a brand called, some people know it as E&J, but I was on, wait a minute. I was not on the brandy side. I was on the cognac side. Jerk. Which, I mean, that was part of test market, Jersey, Chicago, well, Milwaukee, and a few other places on the East Coast. And it did too well because they wanted it strictly in our market, because Irk and Jerk is mostly in our market. So they pulled it.
Listen, that's one of the things, you know, and this is one of the reasons I appreciate John. People don't understand the buying power and the brand building power that our market has.
Yeah.
Who drinks the most Hennessy in America? Black people. Why do you think they primarily market to us? Because they know they spend money. But you know, if we took our money and really just concentrated it on Black-owned spirits, boutique cigars, we can blow brands up and they can be as big as E&J. They can be as big as the Padrones. You know, We just have to be educated in those brands. It really drives me crazy when people be like, oh, I want to drink black or I want to smoke black, but I don't know how to. You have a proper language, a fucking computer in your hand. You can launch a rocket ship with the computer you have in your hand, but you can tell me you can't find a black-owned brand or a black-owned cigar. Like, you know, so there's a power we have that we just need to harness.
Correct. Yeah, for sure. So Jason, you mentioned something about your process, man. You mentioned you had a focus group. Like how important, you know, of their process coming out with the Den of Thieves, the focus group. Like I've never heard nobody say that. Was that, you know, a stepping stone in the process of coming out with one? Or was that an important spot that you thought would be, you know, relevant and to get people's opinion on it?
It was very important. Like I said, I grew up a nerd, so I was like thinking of the scientific process or whatever. And I understand that I wasn't gonna be the only one drinking my whiskey. So, you know, even if I liked it and nobody else didn't, it wouldn't matter. So I wanted to make sure, I wanted to do market testing. I wanted to make sure that it was palatable and palpable to the market that I was trying to serve. So I did about 6 focus groups, and it really, and I asked of everything from label design to bottle design to flavor profile, what they liked and what they didn't like. I'm not a sensitive person. I tell people, like, you may hurt my feelings if I had any, you know. So
I mean, you're from New York, man. All New York cats are rough, man. Like,
so rip it apart. Just keep it a buck with me. Tell me what you think about it. That way, I know what I need to improve, and I'm all about constructive criticism. So that focus group process was one of the integral steps in getting it to a point where I felt comfortable putting my name on something and putting it out in the market.
Yeah. Did you have maybe a mentor on the way, or somebody who, you know, you kind of kept in your, you know, speed dial, somebody you talk to every day type joint that pushed you along?
I had 2 actually. The first guy was when I started importing wine, he took a chance on me and he helped me bring my wine to the country, and he taught me through a lot of things, a lot of the nuances of the business, the importing business, and just the spirit industry as well. Then when I got with my distributor I have now in New York, he's the one who really just started hipping me the game. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of rooms that we aren't in. You know, and we're making inroads now, but traditionally we're not in those rooms. We don't have access to those people. They're not talking to us. He, for some reason, took a shine on me and just started telling me a lot, like just hipping me to a lot of things that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I have a theory. I never want to be the smartest person in the room. I always want to be in a room with people I can learn something from.
Yeah.
And that's how you become successful. And he taught me a lot. He's like, listen, you're not going to be the one drinking all this. Are you going to buy all your bottles? No. So at the end of the day, it matters what you like, but it matters what you can sell too. So it was kind of marrying those 2 things.
So when your cigars when you blended your cigars, who was your mentor with your cigars? I know it's a different person because they're Nicaragua or, you know, where your cigars come from. I know it's like I said, because of the pandemic, you couldn't face to face with a lot of them unless you're doing Zooms or FaceTime. So who was your mentor then?
Well, the mentor and the person who helped me out with my cigars was actually the guy from the company that produces them. Because at first when I came out, I wanted a flavor cigar, I wanted a whiskey infused cigar, and he was like, "I could do it for you. I could take your money, but no, you want to be taken seriously in the cigar industry. Your first cigar can't be a flavor and infused cigar. It won't make sense.
It can't be trash.
It can't be trash. You think it won't make sense. The spirit will burn off anyway. It won't really taste the way. So let me guide you." And I listened. I was like, okay, you know what? That makes sense. So he was a real big mentor for me. And the great thing is, he is invested in my success because he knows if I succeed and make money and I'm selling cigars, he succeeds and makes money. So he kind of saw the long game, and he was honest with me. He would tell me, this doesn't make sense. You know, your label needs to be cleaner. This is how you do this. And I respect people who are honest with me and keep it a buck. He didn't have to. He could have just did what I asked him to do.
Take your money.
It took my money, but
Yeah.
that's not what he did. So he was a mentor for me in this process.
Okay. I mean, because I've come across, you might say since the pandemic, a lot of people have gone to the garage store variety of cigars. They go down to Tampa or Orlando, smoke that one cigar. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then all of a sudden it's like the ones they may get are trash. And
Yeah.
I'm one of those, I hate to say it, I'm a skeptic. So I'll get a new cigar from somebody, whoever's like, oh, try this cigar. I'm like, okay, I need two. Because one of them cut open. I'm like, if I'm paying for long filler prices, I want a long filler cigar.
Yeah.
And I mean, you charge premium prices, $15 to $16 in a cigar shop. I want to know what I'm getting. If it's rollings off the floor, I want to know because I'm putting it in my body.
Exactly.
And same with liquor. I mean, like I said, I was in the industry for 10 years and I'm like, I knew some things that were quote unquote aged for 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, whatever it been. And you could taste that.
Listen, I tell people all the time, I know this goes against every Biggie Small rule. I get high on my own supply all the time. I drink my own liquor. I smoke my own cigars, because if I can't do it, then why would I expect somebody else to, number one?
Now, if you were at home, I'd be like, show me your bar right now. What's up on your bar right now? And that would show me your palate to a certain extent.
I can tell you the top of my bar, I have Dinner Thieves whiskey. I have Supreme Clientele vodka. It's a black-owned vodka. Gin 419, it's a black-owned gin. I picked up a bottle of Disbelief tequila from Chicago Sip and Sale because they have a really great reposado down there. I have, of course, two bottles of Uncle Nearest up there, and I have a blonde rye from Rembrandt Distillery, which is a really small craft distillery out of Brooklyn. So I can't drink bullshit like you. I can't drink bullshit. Like, first of all,
I'll try bullshit, but it'll be on the bottom shelf, and I mix it with Coke or whatever. But I like to drink my liquor straight, and then first time tasting, I try it straight, no bells, no whistles, no nothing. Then I put on a rock, and if it's trash after the rock, okay, that's when I go ahead and add the Coke to it, and get it off my shelf. I'm being honest, that's how I am. Like I said, this is Rockstar's doom, not mine.
So I give the trash to people I don't want in my house. I'm like, you want something to drink? That's when I give the trash and bring that out to them.
Yep. And they don't know no better either. So
exactly.
Kind of good.
Yeah. But that's the same process I went through with my cigars. He sent me a bunch of cigars, and I sent him my cigars. So I sent him my cigar. I sent him my whiskey for him to drink and be like, okay, you know what? This is what I think would go well with this whiskey. This is what I think would go well. I'm going to smoke. And he spent a week just drinking my whiskey and smoking cigars and sending me what he thought would pair. So we went back and forth. So it was a really interesting process, just working through which cigars blends we would pick.
How long did that process take? I got to ask.
About 5 months.
Okay. I've heard of development going a year, 2 years, and
I've heard less than that. 5 months is pretty good.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just for quality. It's like, this is not what you want. It's not what you want, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
So for Tristan Lee, man, are you do you go the brick and mortar route or the online route? What are you? I guess what's your preference, and what do you push towards?
Right now, we're primarily doing the online route, but we are looking at being in cigar lounges as opposed to just brick and mortar stores, because we really wanted to create an experience. So the pairing of the whiskey and the cigar is very important. So the lounges allow us to do that and create that experience. We're doing a lot of events in New York. Like, we have a weekly cigar Wednesday smoke out at 4 different locations. We're adding a Tuesday one. We're kind of going to roll out the same concept in Texas, in Houston, in Dallas, in in Austin as well as Atlanta, we're gonna do like really big pairings. So the brick and mortars we're targeting are the lounges, and after that, then maybe we'll go into like the brick and mortar shops.
For sure, for sure. Oh, you know I'm in Dallas, bro. So anytime you need to head somewhere, I got you.
I feel like and there's a cigar shop in Tennessee called the Abbey. They specialize. 70% of theirs is boutique, and your cigar will fall under boutique. But they also have one in Austin. They have one in Memphis, and they have one in another small town in Tennessee. But that'd be a good shop to reach out to further.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they specialize in boutique.
Yep.
The Abbey. All right.
The Abbey.
Smokers Abbey.
Smokers Abbey. The one is one in Austin. There's one in, like I said, Memphis and Nashville. And I can't think of no small town just outside of Nashville, but they're there. We've been to all of them. Me and my other half been to all of them, except for that other one in Tennessee. But we plan on getting up there. But like I said, they all specialize in boutique, and that's the thing. That's your niche right now for your cigars. They also have a bar also.
Oh, nice. Okay, that definitely. And that's probably where I plan to say. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm sorry. Give me one moment.
Got to work.
Rack, what up, big dog?
What's going on with my peoples today?
What's going on? Hey, you see where I'm at, man. Hey, I got drug in Tennessee. You coming down?
No, I'm not coming down. I don't get that way as often as you are. You fellas already on that side of the country. Y'all in Tennessee?
You fly out.
Y'all in Tennessee? I thought you was in this backyard.
No, we're in Dallas. I'm in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Right. So
I'm in Dallas right now.
Right. No, I've never been invited to the casa, man.
No, he invited you about 2 weeks ago, didn't he?
Hey, I thought he was gonna be here this weekend, man. I thought he was gonna be here this weekend. You decided not to?
Well,
a lot of people say gonna be here.
I didn't decide not to. The contractors decided for me. So they didn't finish with my house in time, and it was just so much stuff. Then when they finally got the house right, they brought my furniture in and broke my a couple pieces. So it ain't the right time right now.
All right, I'll be back in 2 weeks.
Sorry about that, guys. Duty calls.
Maybe Rockstar invited me in the pool.
He ain't getting in the pool. This is second invite in the pool. He stuck his toe in this time.
Hey, I got my toe in. I can swim, but I might jump in after this Zoom, or during the Zoom and come back wet. So, I'm a fool like that.
Pause.
For real.
Hey Jason, man, we got my boy Rack on here. He's in the West Coast, man. You got any market penetration on the West Coast?
How you doing, brother? We have interest in California, but California is a beast, man, and we're not ready to tackle that just yet. You know that you got to come correct. So we that's on my next expansion plan actually is New Orleans, because I love New Orleans. I love being down there. Love the food, love everything about it. And California, so that's on my next list. Right?
It sounds like you're talking Rack speaking. You speaking your language, Rack?
I'm a San Francisco born, New Orleans raised, and I live currently in California. So a friend of mine, as a matter of fact, just opened up a restaurant in New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
And yeah. I'm sure that they love to feature you.
Plug so we can go eat.
Yeah. And then when you're ready for California, man, every Zoom call, I'm always trying to get somebody to come out to California and do something, because I know it's difficult out here. It's difficult. I know the taxes, and we a tough state to, not for a black man, but for any man or a woman for that matter, to start a business.
Listen,
unless you're Asian.
I'll definitely keep your math, brother. And as soon as I'm ready, I will make that call.
Okay, you can send me a bottle though, so I can try it.
A little care package.
What about Barrels and Leaf?
Who?
What Candace at? That's the Candace question.
Candace, you still around? I was asking, what about Barrels and Leaf on the West Coast? I know he's not out there, but
What's up?
can we make an introduction?
What's up with the Dinner League, the Dinner Thieves, whiskey pairing?
Leo.
On Barrels and Leaf.
They asking you a question.
I mean, I feel like the cigar industry and liquor industry is all about introductions.
It really, it's all about relationships, man. That's
Relationships and you know, I mean, I learned that the time I was in it. So
yeah. You know, and that's what a lot
Leo, bring your mustache out here. What's going on, Leo?
Hey man, Candy got me here doing some damn domestic work, man. I'm sorry.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm working my ass off.
Keep that woman happy and you will be happy.
Hey, listen, the work is being put in. Let me say it again. The work is being put in.
Preach.
What's going on, man? I'm sorry.
Nah, man. Hey, no, we was talking about, you know, Dinner Thieves whiskey, man, and how you got, you know, Barrels and Leaf. You got the parent show. You know, have you had Dinner Thieves yet?
I have not had Dinner Thieves. I have seen it here locally in Georgia, I think in Total Wine.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I have not. I think it's in Total Wine, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we'll be in Forks and Flavors too. We'll be doing events. We're in Forks and Flavors. We'll be doing their Whiskey Wednesday events. Probably August. Hold on, let me see.
That's with Jen and Anita.
Yes.
Well, let me do a formal introduction. Leo, Jason, Leo.
How you doing, brother?
Jason, what's going on, brother?
So
they call me Mr. Mustache.
Well, now they do.
I see the irony.
Yeah, see that?
He's a Navy guy, just so you know.
Where the hell your mustache?
He's a Navy guy.
That's what we're talking about.
My stepbrother was in the Navy, and we always say, you know what Navy stands for?
Never again volunteer yourself.
You're damn right. Yep.
Yeah. Been there, done that, did it for 22 years, and I'm not
Retired.
no more.
You're a slow learner, retired on it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, we'll be in Forks and Flavors on August 17th.
Okay.
Those guys. So, you know, definitely come down and check us out. Guys, I gotta run. I gotta get back to work. Rockstar, thank you for having me, brother. I really appreciate you. Now I know this happens every Wednesday. I'll make it a point to be here.
Right on, bro. I appreciate you. I got to do it out in New York, Family Over Loyalty next week. So, you know, New York love.
I'll be here for next week.
All right, on, Jason. Sir. Hey, thanks, Jason, bro. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, John.
I apologize for bringing Leo on unexpected, but he got his hat back, so he's working hard.
No worries.
I'm working hard.
That's right.
I'm working hard. I'm putting in the work.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all.
Does Rob not have a mohawk?
No, it's pin. He got
the man bun. He got the man bun
right
right
now.
there. Man bun. But anyway, Jason's gone. So, hey, we had Jason Armstrong on tonight. He is the CEO, founder of Den of Thieves Whiskey. He's also with Tristan Lee Cigars. Check him out on denofthieves.com, on den_of_thieves on Instagram. You'll find it. And same thing, Tristan Lee Cigars on Instagram as well. Please like, subscribe, share, all that mess. And we are rolling to After Dark. So I will see y'all next Wednesday.